Okay, so what's up there, guys, and welcome back to Dig It Detecting. Welcome also to a beautiful early Sunday morning. As some remember this site, we have multiple areas to hunt here. It's just phenomenal. I'll spin you back around, we've got the old hall to the left of us, the beautiful old 1900s church right in front of us there, tucked behind the tree. Out in this paddock about where my finger is, where those bulbs are starting to spring up, very hard to see, and that is where the old pub used to be for this area, so it burnt down. Then we have the oval here with the new football club rooms to the right hand side, and way over the back there where the other the other end of the football oval is, we had the original football club rooms. So some will have seen my last video when I was hunting down here a couple of weeks ago. I just thought it might be a good idea to retouch on that area. We found some 16 silver coins in just 2 hours hunting with that little sniper coil. So we're back here today. My main plan is to sort of work this sort of area leading on to the football cricket oval, which we have permission for. And then what I really want to do is jump in this pub paddock. Behind the old hall here, we've had some wonderful finds, stuff that's been discarded or lost. We've also got some tennis courts there too. So even people tracking back and forth, we've found a beautiful old men's silver signet ring with like a black onyx stone in the front, in the top. To Jeff, love from Sue. Awesome stuff. We found a heap of pendants and look, just wonderful items down at this site. So it's about an hour away from home for me. Every time I come here though, it's very, very well worth my time. Let's turn that volume up a bit. I was hunting at the old abandoned school site just yesterday, and a couple of dogs next door, which I turned the volume down for, because when you go into pinpoint mode like that, tends to scream away a little bit, so upsetting the dogs. There is our first target though, which we're going to dig out on camera and basically share and show what we've what this site has to hold. So I'm certain that's going to be a coin right there, and who knows, it could be our first silver coin with that awesome little sniper coil. I love it. I just love it. I think I've found my new favorite coil. I can see something. What have we got here? Oh, look at that. We were tricked. As I said though, that is my new favourite coil, I reckon. That little 6-inch sniper has just been phenomenal lately. So we're going to try and do that. Was a bottle top. However, we will try and turn that into a coin, and let's hope it to be a silver. Let's see how we go. Okay, so we've jumped the fence now. We're in the pub paddock, in with the cows. Let's see what we can find. I think I might be on to a silver sixpence here. He was ringing up at a 16, a 17, even through to a 19. So I'm really hoping, no, I was going to say I'm hoping for my first silver coin. That is a little bullet though. There we go. Let's give him a bit of a clean up. That's still a very cool find. I love any of the old lead bullets. Just give me gloves a bit of a clean up because I'm putting more dirt on it. That's pretty cool. I can only presume it may have come from the old pub there. So definitely an old lead cartridge, old lead bullet. We'll have to clean him up a little bit more once home and show and share at the end of this video. What a bloody ripper. I wonder what he was shooting at. Next target, 22, 23, 24. A few bars of depth there. He's a very clear target too. Very clear tone. Could be a bottle top, as I've found a couple of them already there. However, he could also be a coin. He's got a bit of nice depth there about him. So what is that? I thought someone laid an egg. It's not. There you go. Little white quartz stone laying out in the paddock here. That's quite strange for this area too. It's definitely not a quartzy area. That's cool. I'll give him to Dom. It just caught my eye laying there. Yeah, just sitting there like that. So I thought a duck had laid an egg. Not to be. That's pretty cool though. Used to go, oh, never mind. We'll cancel that story. There he is. There's a coin that we've missed. Awesome stuff. That is going to be a kangaroo penny so not from the pub days, that's for sure. The pub was here sort of late 18 or 1880s, I think it opened from memory, and by about the early 1900s, around 1915 for memory. Once again, it burnt down. I know it burnt down anyway. So plenty of hope for a few sovereigns here today, or a sovereign would be nice, but even any coins are nice coming out too that we had missed, because I have gridded this area with the 11-inch coil. I've never ran the 15 down here at any of these sites, you know, the old football club rooms, the tennis courts, the pub paddock here, the old church, the old hall. I have not ran the 15 anywhere. It's all just been with the 11. So, but look, we'll give the 6-inch a go today. We won't bother changing. We'll give the 6-inch a go today. Give it a fair go. It's becoming my favourite little coil lately. We've just had such a mighty run on it. So we'll give that a go, and then in future, as I said, we can bring the 15 down here and go again. Go till our heart is content. See what else we can find. Next signal, wouldn't you believe it, we're right in the shit. Right up with the cows and the tennis courts here right beside me. They're pretty cool. They're not used anymore. They're all fully abandoned. We have detected around the other side of the tennis courts, and we've detected outside this gate here too. You can just imagine, like, you know, the spectators and people waiting their turn to come and play tennis. And we found some coins in doing so. Detecting is really all about using that initiative, really. It really is. You know, the more research you can do, the better, and it definitely helps. But when you go to these old sites, you know, don't picture them the way they are today. Picture them the way they used to be, or what you imagine they used to be. And as I always say to people, it's sometimes, you know, after doing it for so long, and you know, you visit so many sites, it does become second nature. And not only that, you know, if you think like a human, that's what I always tell people, think like a human. And you find these sites to be a lot easier to understand and identify, and you can sort of imagine what they used to be like too more. You know, like this site here, I know for a fact that wasn't the main road. The main road used to be along here, hence why the pub was there too, getting all the traffic off the main road, not that one there. Otherwise the pub would have probably been located facing that road. So, you know, research really pays off, all that sort of stuff. However, using your initiative does also. So there is our next coin. What is he? A 1-cent coin. Oh dear, we're having a run of the 1-cent coins today, aren't we? Isn't that funny? Because the old abandoned school site where we detected for over a month, we only found about, what, a dozen? I think we've nearly got about 5 in the bag today already. That's all it was. Little 1-cent coin. That's okay. I don't mind puddling around in the poo there. Get out a few coins. We're going to continue on or up around past the cows. We won't spook them, and we might even venture back that way a little bit first. But we'll sort of venture around, and I'm going to show you where the old pub sat, and I'll also put up a picture for anybody that has not seen it. So there he is, our silver coin. Shirley, don't call me Shirley. Let's see if that is the case. I'm pretty excited to get a silver coin out of this paddock today, because anything, you know, as we lead our way over to the pub, anything that comes out should be from that early pub timeline that I spoke of before, late 1800s, sort of to around the early 1900s. You can see the bulbs coming up just above the pinpointer there. As I said, we'll get over there in a second and have a look. I remember last time I was hunting here too. It's really cool, because I think I just seen what that was. I think it's a 1-cent coin. It was really cool too, because I met a farmer. A bloke walked over to the fence there. I was up in the corner, up near the church. There's a fence there, and the bloke walked over to me and said, "Oh, what have you been finding, mate? What are you doing?" Oh, look at that. How did I guess that? A 1-cent bloody coin. That's about 5 now. Never mind. Into the pouch. It's still a coin, and we're making our way over to the pub, aren't we? Basically, bloke was there though, and he said, "Oh, what have you been finding, and how you been going, and you know, all that sort of stuff." And right where we were standing, after he walked off and we finished talking, right where he was standing, I found I was looking early 1900 shilling. I think it was like a 1910, a beautiful shilling, and just incredible. Like, I always tell people, like, you know, we're probably standing on coins right now. And to tell you the truth, that is the truth sometimes. You're right. Cow just exploded. A lot of the time, you know, there's just coins everywhere. So I go to a lot of permissions through work, delivering to different houses. And I often say to people, yeah, same thing. We're probably standing on coins right now as we speak, you know, or in your front lawn or under the veranda where they'd slip through the boards, through the cracks. So very cool. Anyway, we're walking the wrong way. We need to go that way and show the old pub. Rightio, so we're nearly at the pub. We are slowly making our way over there. You can see those bulbs coming up a lot more clearly now, especially considering the cows have munched this grass down so far and they're not touching those bulbs at all. I got a bit of a friend following me too. I think this was the girl about 6 months ago, the little red cow that used to follow me around too. So she's still doing it. She must remember me. I made a friend. There's our next target. 22, 23, 24. Let's hope it's not another bloody 1 cent coin. Let's see if we can make a silver out of that guy. Probably because I've got the record button going. It's probably going to be a 1 cent coin, isn't it? Although, I will say just quickly before we finish digging that, as you sort of venture yourself away from, well, I'm way up in the air. We weren't up there, we were on the ground. As you venture yourself away from the hall, it gets very trashy as you get up to around the tennis courts. As you walk this way and get away from all that activity of people going probably back and forth, it basically gets very quiet. And then it starts to get loaded with targets again for memory as you enter up around the pub area here. So let's dig this one out. And then I can see young Dominic standing at the fence there, waiting for me. And there we go. We're hitting on a bit of the old pub, a few of the old pub bottles too. And what a cracker. I love finding this stuff, but it's also very saddening too, because that is a wonderful old cod bottle there, one with the marble in the neck. You can tell because of the little dimples in the glass there. So let me give them a clean up a bit better. Straight away. And the necks in the glass would be where the marble was sitting, and those little dimples in the glass was what the marble basically caught on, stopping it from dropping right down into the bottle itself. So fascinating if he'd focus there. So there we go. That's not our target. That's just a piece of glass. Detectors don't find glass. There's another bit there too. So as we venture our way out into the back of the pub there, we're pretty much right at the back of it at the moment. We're going to be finding a lot of this as we venture our way on top of the pub. We're going to be finding a lot of nails. Let's have a look. I'll turn that on. That always helps. Let's hope this is a coin. It is too. Let's hope this is a coin dating from the old pub site there, thrown out in the rubbish, which is what they did quite a lot. So there we go. Oh, there goes. I just seen it all go dark. There goes a heap of cockatoos over the top of me. So there we go, early Commonwealth penny, that guy. And he would probably date to the old pub there. He's a little bit later actually, but there you go. So who knows, maybe there might have been like a little shack or a shanty that come later, you know, just to serve and dispense alcohol. I know that pub burnt down early 1900s though, so it definitely wasn't there after. Well, that pub wasn't there anyway, so we'll throw him in the pouch, get rid of the glass. And we're not going to pick it all up, but if we find it, we'll discard of it. So that's awesome. Our first coin, possibly related to the old pub site, or maybe even dropped from a tennis player a little bit later. Still cool though. So this guy popped out a little bit unexpectedly then, 19 on the Equinox there. To be honest, I thought it may have been another bullet. We're not too far away, only steps away from where we just found our last penny too. Let's give this guy a clean up. He looks like a Commonwealth half penny. Let's give him a clean up though, and see if I'm wrong. See if he is a little bit earlier. Remember the pub's timeline, so most of the coins that I want to find here today around the old pub site should be dated to the early 1900s. There we go. This could definitely been from the old pub site. 1915, it pretty much suits the timeline perfectly. So awesome stuff. What I would really like to find though is a nice early English coin, be it, you know, threepence or be it sixpence, half penny, what have you. Who knows, even a nice shilling or a florin. Wouldn't that be nice? Gothic florin. I could only dream. Fingers crossed. Anyway, we're going to show quickly, fill that hole in. We're going to show quickly the old pub site. You can see some bulbs coming up here, just ever so slightly, just starting to shoot up through the ground there. They're sort of riddled right the way through. Hell, the cows have been having some fun there, haven't they? They've created a massive bog hole. Looks like pigs live in this paddock. But these are the main bulbs though, you know, like these would have been, you go to these old pub sites, bulbs, peppercorn trees, fruit trees, not so much fruit trees, but you know, like sometimes they do have them. Definitely peppercorn trees. These two old trees are a bit of a dead giveaway, and they're quite dead too. These would have been planted quite early, so they'd be quite old, and maybe even here when the pub was. So very cool. The pub would have sat right here, and I'll throw a picture top left corner there. You'll be able to have a look. It did used to face front the road, getting the passing traffic. As I said, that is the original road running that way. So basically it's still a well-used road now today, but they diverted it and went that way with it. So the old church in the corner, which we might get to, I want to spend a little bit of time in the pub here with a 6-inch coil, and then as I said, if depending on how much time we've got, it's gone past 12 now, we may even get over to where the old football club rooms were, where we were there the other week, and see if we can do a little bit of detecting over there also. So anyway, let's get back on the swing stick. Let's see what we can find at the old pub site here. How cool is that? We got our next pub site find right on top of the pub now. You can see this guy's been in a fire too. I wonder why the old pub burnt down. I'm just trying to make out what he is though. Is he a little topper of something, you know, a little decorative topper or handle to pick something up? Or is he an old chess piece? Wouldn't that be cool? Although I would sort of presume him to be made out of lead, to be honest, you know, for his little chess piece. And then again, it could be. I think it would be really awesome if it was a chess piece. So that's what I'm going to say. We're going to clean him up anyway once home, and we'll decide properly then. However, for the time being, I'm going to say that I've found a little chess piece from the old pub site here. What a ripper! Our first target right out front of the pub here, and also another coin attached to the pub. Wouldn't that be nice? Let's give him a dig. I'm noticing a lot of glass along the fence line there too. How strange. Maybe that was sort of like the side of the pub. I just have no idea why all this glass is out the front and not all out the back like we spoke of there before. So quite a few early bottles there. He's got the early, he has the early AGM stamp. You see the letters AGM. That would be early 1900s once again. So really cool. A lot of different, a lot of different fragments of glass coming through there. So who knows? This could be a penny. You'd expect all that glass to be just out the back though of the pub. You know, you wouldn't be expecting them to be throwing all their glass bottles out the front here. You just never know what took place at some of these old sites though. Maybe the front of the pub was, you know, right there, and this was like the side of their property. They had a heap of trees here. Who knows? Who knows? Interesting stuff though. Always interesting. I think he's still in the hole there. Let's have another look. We've lost him. Let's go a bit deeper. I'll just check on the end of the shovel there, because sometimes your targets can stick on the end of the shovel. There we go. He's in the plug. We just completely missed him. And the pinpointer's having a bit of a moment. Turn him off. Turn him back on. Let him ground balance. There he is. Right, so he's in this plug here. Let's have a look. Fingers crossed it's our silver coin. Yeah, I'll tell you what, if we don't get a silver here, we are going to go across to the old site across the road where the old football club rooms were. We've been tricked too, and dig out a couple of silver coins there. We got 16 there the other week, but I'm sure there's a couple more to go. So there we have it. Not a silver coin, not a coin at all, just a little tiny rivet, a little tiny washer, I should say, into the pouch. Moving on to the next. Okay, so 20, 21, ooh, a lot of different numbers there. I cannot read them out as quick as what they're showing up. He sounds pretty nice though. We're right along the fence line, right out front of the pub, and making our way over to church. You can see the boys there having a bit of a sword fight too. And it's a Sunday. Church is in session. So there we go. I'm waiting to hear a heap of preaching going on. Let's give him a dig. We might just give him a little bit better pinpoint. I kind of rush that. I want to make sure I'm going to be hitting straight on him. I know the 6-inch coil isn't all that big. However, still want to make sure I'm digging a neat hole out in the cow paddock here. Something I will say too, just quickly. See that tree line over in that paddock? That's a river. Those trees are following the river in the local area here. And look, some will, some probably won't, or some will, I don't know, but some may remember I spoke of a while ago look, I can't even remember what video I spoke of there a while ago, how I was detecting an old recreation reserve, and basically a lady come up to me. It's still a public reserve today, people still visit it, and a lady come up to me named Rosemary. Rosemary is a lovely lady. She's about 80 odd years old, and yes, I got her number. Basically though, Rosemary was saying to me, she grew up in this local area, and she said to me, mate, would your detector, would that find silverware, you know, silver dishes, platters, cups, plates, all that sort of stuff. She said, when I grew up here, a little girl, she said, my mum took me down to the river over there, and look, I don't exactly know the house that she grew up. I suspect it's in that paddock over there though, and I know the landowner to basically go and ask permission. I got permission on another one of his paddocks. He has the old local race course on his property. So fascinating stuff. And long story short, Rosemary called me there the other day, and she said to me, mate, I'm very sorry I have not got back to you. I have not forgotten about you. However, I forgot to call you. And would you still be interested in going down and finding all those all that silverware that I helped my mum throw out as a little girl, as a kid? I said, Rosemary, that would be amazing. I'd love to. There we go. Big chunky rusted nail for that one. It's okay though. We're telling a riveting story. I think that was the target. And it was too. We're falsing out on rust there. Bugger. Anyway though, basically Rosemary said, look, come the end of summertime, this is a very wet area down here, come the end of summertime, she said, we'll work out a day, and we'll get down to the river there when the grass is nice and short, get down to the river there, and I'd love for you to find the old silverware that we dumped in the river. Not only that, detect the old house that's down there that she grew up in. So I just think that would be absolutely fascinating. So anyway, rust that one. Let's move on to the next. A very clean, crisp target, this guy, at 21 all the way home. Have a listen to that. Almost sounds like a $2 coin, doesn't it? Let's give him a dig. I don't think it's going to be a $2 coin out in the old pub paddock here. Not unless someone's walked across in lady years and dropped it. You never know. There he is. Wow. How did we miss that? Straight on top of the pub. You can see the dirt impression he's come out from. We flicked him straight out with the shovel. And it is going to be, I don't know. Hopefully a Britannia. Oh, it is too. I think I can see it. Let's give it a clean up, because me trying to look at it is not really helping until I clean it, is it? You guys probably can't see what's going on either. Oh, there he is. We nailed it. We said we wanted an early English Britannia, Cedar Britannia today. There he is, a full 1 penny. I knew there'd be another coin in this paddock. I know there's got to be another silver coin in this paddock too. We just need to find him. So awesome stuff. A bloody nice old coin, and a 1 penny Britannia, a Cedar Britannia. Not in the best condition though. That's okay. It's still an early English coin. What are you boys doing too? Finding the biggest sticks they can, running around hitting each other with them. Sounds very familiar. I have an older brother. We used to do all these sorts of things too. So very cool, very cool. Rightio, so funnily enough, exactly what I was speaking about there before, we were standing at the fence line there talking to that bloke that day. We're pretty much standing right on top of a beautiful old early type shilling, a coat of arms shilling. I think it was like 1910 from memory. Well, there we go. We've sort of wandered over here just due to that reason, and we've got our next target. If I could find it. I've lost it. A little coil. It's hard to remember where the targets are, and a lot harder to find them when you lose them, being such a small coil. There he is though. 22, 23. Does not sound like a silver coin to me. But then again, you really can never pick those signals, so he could easily be another early type shilling. Oh, there's a stick there or something we're hitting on. A massive tree root. Oh, look at that, it is too. We might dig around him. Oh, that's much easier. There we go. It is quite a quite a lot of quartz coming out of here too. That I picked up a quartz stone there before, straight off the ground. And to be honest, I didn't think it was as quartz, you know, loaded with quartz as what it is. Who knows? Maybe there's gold in this area. There he is. Oh my lord, there we have it. Our first silver coin. I can tell just by the diameter and the silver color, of course. How cool is that though? Our first silver coin is going to be a little sixpence. Let's try and clean him up. Let's try and get a date. Well, if we don't drop him, which we did. Let's see. Hopefully he's not too worn. Hopefully we can get a date off him. Oh, he looks pretty worse for wear. Let's have a look. One more wipe at the back there. Oh, there we go. I know what we've got. We've got an early English sixpence. And not by that side you can't see too much. Let me flip you over though, because there is someone that you may recognise on the back there. Queen Victoria. So that is definitely an early English sixpence. Who knows, we may be able to get a date off him yet. We'll try and give him a bit more of a clean on the back there. And see that beautiful wreath design, the two wreaths running up out around the outside. Unfortunately we're not going to be able to though. It's very, very hard to see. Maybe on the left there a bit, you can see it. If that is the case, the date should be straight underneath. These are an upside down coin in reverse. So if we hold him that way and we flip him directly over, that should be the right way up for us to be able to see the date and everything. So that is too well worn though. We're not going to be able to see anything. What a shame. So awesome stuff. That is definitely Queen Victoria on the back, so that definitely makes it an early English silver coin. And as I said, that is exactly what I wanted to find here today. We've nailed it. Yes, awesome. From now we might do a little bit more mucking around the pub here. We'll continue letting the boys play with their massive big sticks, see who can poke their eye out first, and then we're going to get over to where we found those 16 silver coins hunting there the other day, because I'm certain there's a few more over there and I'd like to snag on them with that little 6-inch coil. So let's do a little bit more here, as I said, and then if nothing else comes out good, we'll see you over at the football club rooms. Hang on a minute there, Buster. I may have spoke too soon. We just walked away from our last target. Where was he? There. I can see the dirt turned up still. It's only a cow paddock. And then we've got our next target right here. Walking in the direction, as I said, we're heading over to the old football club rooms. We didn't get very far, did we? That could easily be another sixpence there though. 19 and a 20. So let's give him a dig. Let's hopefully, fingers crossed, our next coin. I do believe this is where the church was probably dumping a lot of their rubbish too. This fence would never have existed. This would have come a lot later. So right behind the church here, probably just led straight into the pub paddock. There was probably like an imaginary boundary line. Like every property has a boundary line, an allotment line. However, a lot of these places wouldn't have been fenced back in the day. Fencing was very expensive. Oh, I'm getting excited because I think that might be another coin. I reckon the church has probably discarded a few coins out here over the years. Oh no, that's way too small for a coin. There we have it. It's a little tiny rivet, maybe out of the handle of something. So obviously out of the handle of something. I'm just trying to think what. So really cool. Maybe, who knows, off a bit of horse tack even. A little tiny rivet binding two pieces of leather together. He's missing the other end, whatever he was though. So very, very cool. A little rivet, not to be our silver coin, our next silver coin anyway. As I said, I'm sure we can snag more over at the old club rooms though. Well, we did not get very far again, did we? Our last target is there. We are doing circles. Our next coin though, and it's a penny, a Commonwealth penny too by the looks. All these coins that we had missed with that big 11-inch coil. I'll tell you what too, I've been thinking since running that 6-inch coil so much lately, you know, I've had it for 6 odd months. I've only really just started running it more and more and more. So some of the sites that I've been visiting with that 6-inch coil too, I've done and done and done. You know, I've detected them to death almost with that 11-inch coil. So it'd be nice to go, like I've been really thinking lately, I thought so, it'd be nice to go and hit up all those other sites. Like I've got a lot of sites to go to, and it'd be nice to go and hit them up now with the 6-inch coil. There he is. Let's go after that next guy. We got a penny there. Let's stick the shovel in so we don't lose him. What do we get? Sixpence, nothing, little rivet, and then a penny. I'm just trying to think, sorry, recollect what I've just found as I'm talking. Now this could be our next silver coin, hopefully. All these coins, as I said before, that we've missed and have been thrown out in the rubbish. Probably why we've missed them too. Just being such a trashy area. What is that? It's not a coin. It's not a coin at all. It's the end of something. A brass piece. Once again though, how do we miss even that? Looks like the end of like a spoon handle or a knife handle. He's been broken off. So very cool. Or I could be wrong. He could be something else. I don't know though. Anyway, that's enough. We're going to keep digging unless a good coin comes out. As I said, we will not turn that camera back on until we get over to the club rooms. Oh my bloody God. Oh dear. I tell you what, some of the most uncanny things happen to me sometimes. I just bloody love it. Call me Lucky Luke if you like. We've got a marble down there. Just basically how I happened to come across that guy though. I got a 2021. Turned out to be nothing special at all, just a bit of scrap. He's in the bag. And I said to Zave, check that out, mate. As I opened the hole up, all the dirt sort of fell down like a, look, I don't know, like a hole. It was like a cavity. Not often that you see that, that's for sure. Anyway, I sort of said to Zave, I wonder what the cavity is, you know, I wonder where all the dirt was escaping to. It was like there was a grate underneath. There's no grate out here though. Basically, I said to Zave, let's open the dirt up a little bit more and let's have a look, shall we? And look what just happened. We've got an old Bennington marble popping out of the hole there. Isn't that just bloody classic? I tell you what, as I said, call me Lucky Luke. He's definitely a Bennington. I can just tell by looking at him. I've got quite a few in my collection. And he's a stonker too. Awesome. Wow. Wow. That tells me one thing. If there's one marble that's been dropped here, we probably need to open that hole up a little bit more and just make sure there's not a secondary hiding in that hole. So that is bloody awesome. The Benningtons are most common in brown and blue. However, if you get the pink coloured Benningtons, they are extremely rare. So something to keep in memory. The blue and the brown aren't too rare. However, a very, very highly sought after marble, the old Benningtons. They're just a classic, beautiful marble. They generally got little eyes on them too because they were glazed, and the eyes represent where they were touching each other during the glazing process. So that is just a bloody ripper. There's a little eye up the top there where he's been touching on another marble. So wow, the old Bennington marble coming out from a hole with nothing, you know, nothing else in there. Do you want to hold him for a sec, Dom? I don't want to lose him. Nothing else in there very exciting. Let's just open that hole up a little bit more. Let's see if I can show you what I was saying about with the cavity, because that's all I was literally doing. Just opening the hole up, and then we spotted a blue marble. Thought it was well worth putting the camera on. Thank God I went after that hole a little bit more too, the cavity, just to see what was going on, because I was about to shut the hole up and walk away. So fascinating. I wonder if we keep the camera running and I try and get down to this cavity. I wonder if that was the only marble. Look at that, you can see where he's sitting. I wonder if that was the only marble or whether there might be another one in here. That was so cool. You putting that marble in your pocket, boy?
Yes.
You stealing my marble?
No.
People often ask me, how do you find marbles detecting? That is exactly how. So awesome. Where's that cavity? He's down here somewhere. There it is. Look at that. It just opens up to like a water channel. Let's go down. Let's have a look. Maybe it was a hole of rubbish from, you know, them discarding rubbish from the pub here. No, maybe not. I was going to say maybe it opens up to a big cavity of bottles. Maybe we're on the cellar. I was only teaching the boys yesterday what a cellar was. And they, yeah, look at that. It just opens right up down there. It gets all clay and sticky. That could well and truly be the old cellar. I don't know. Maybe it got filled in. There was a bit of a pocket or a cavity left there. Maybe that marble rolled out. I keep hearing stuff clink on the shovel. So we might just sift through this quickly, have a look-ski, and tell you what, if there's any marbles in there, we should be able to see them, just like that cracker Bennington we just found. So we're going to do that, and then, as I said before, I said about 3 times, we are going to get over to the football club rooms there. Oh, I'm getting my words tongue-tied. I'm so excited about that little marble. You still got him, mister?
Yes.
Where is he? Hand him over. You have a habit of losing stuff, no doubt, before we get out of this paddock.
I didn't lose a coin.
You lost that coin on the lounge room floor, the last one. There he is. What a bloody cracker. Hold him out in your hand, mate. We're going to zoom in. My hands are extremely dirty, so you hold him for a sec. Whoa, that was quite a zoom in. Let's take you back there a little bit. I hit the wrong button, sorry. Let's bring him up. Oh my God, what a bloody beauty. The old Bennington. These are a German handmade glazed marble. What a cracker. Okay, so here we are in the old football club rooms paddock. Some will have seen there the hunt there we shared a couple of weeks ago, where we found 16 silver coins hunting here with that little 6-inch coil in about 2.5 hours. They were all sort of focused around the old football club rooms there. You can just see the concrete foundations. The third hotspot was up there, and the main, or the first hotspot I should say, was up around the water trough, believe it or not. I don't know what the coins were doing around the water trough. Anyway, we've got our next target. We're really going to have to work hard for them here today. I think this is one that I've missed up along the fence line. Quite an easy one to miss. If you were swinging too close to the fence, you would easily miss it, which is exactly what we've done. Look at that. And our first target in the paddock here. You just cannot make this stuff up some days. I tell you what too, I was pretty satisfied after that marble come out in the pub paddock there. I could nearly have walked away. I could nearly have jumped in the car and left. However, I do love my silver coins, so we best get in here and pull a few that we've missed anyway. So there is our first one, 1934 sixpence. What a cracker condition too. Awesome. I think in the last week I've found nearly 100 silver coins. We've just had an absolute phenomenal run with that little 6-inch coil. I will say too, some have come out with the 11-inch too. I've been the other week there, I remember one hunt I used a 6-inch coil to begin with. I'm getting my words confused. And then I jumped and swapped over to the 11-inch coil and still found silver coins. So that is really cool. Our first silver coin right there along the fence line. Let's see how many more we can snag just for the next hour, and then we're going to get out of here. Solid 16 right along the fence line. We've made our way quite a way around too, just following the fence line. As I said, a solid 16 though, could easily be a wheat thrippence. He's got a very tiny pinpointing diameter there too. As said in my videos, which is generally what I look for when hunting for those coins. The bigger the target, the less chance of it being a coin, isn't it? They're coming back again, look out! Cockatoos everywhere. God, they are so noisy. Let's give this guy a dig. Let's stop getting distracted. I know I am so easily sidetracked, don't I? That's okay. I'm a big kid at heart. I love it. They're so bloody noisy. Their favourite hunting ground out here. Same with me. Let's have a look. Oh, we dropped him. Was it a coin though? I didn't see it. Just fell into the hole and... No! Damn. How did I not see that? It's just a dirty big pull tab. He was a solid 16 too. So it could have easily been little wheat thrippence. So never mind. On to the next. Rightio, so we found our very last signal, guys. We have been going for the last 40 odd minutes pretty unsuccessfully. We have not really found that much. We snagged that little sixpence along the fence line to begin with, and then we sort of continued working up along the fence line. I really found nothing else at all. A lot of pull tabs digging at those lower numbers. We've sort of zigzagged our way up until this point, and we've got our next target too. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to dig this guy, which sounds pretty promising. Jumping around quite a way there. However, I'm not too concerned about what the numbers are doing, just the sound. Let's turn that volume up a bit too. I think I turned it down before. There it is. You can hear that. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Good enough to dig. And you can see there's a little target straight under that coil there. So let's give him a stab. Let's see what we can find for our last target here today. Oh, I hit something then. I think a bit of a tree root or something. Fine here for our last target today. Fingers crossed it is one more silver coin to finish us off there. we've got what, 2, 3 silver coins and a few nice old pennies coming from the old pub there, especially that early English sixpence with Victoria on the back. I cannot wait to get home and clean him up. Who knows, there may still be a date hiding there somewhere. And what I was thinking there before too, as I was making my way, let me take a breath, as I was making my way around the fence line there, what I was thinking is, wouldn't it be great, get on the other side of the fence line. Our target's in the hole, which is nice. Get on the other side of the fence line though, because you can see there, let me just spin you back around, that's the new football club rooms over the back there. They were probably built, what, 1960s, 70s. This is the old ones right here. Let me stand up, and you should even be able to see the outline of them. So you can sort of see a wall running there. It's very hard to see, I know. The foundations of the club rooms, and it duplicates itself on the other end there. You can see a wall running up where my finger outlines. So original club rooms that we're in right now, the paddock that we're in right now, as I said, they were set up around the 1900s and then taken down a little bit later on. Ooh, he's in the hole. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Silver coin, our last silver coin. He should be a sixpence too. Let's take that dirt away together. Let's reveal him. No! That's not a bloody coin. What were we thinking? I really thought I was onto a silver coin then. It is silver, just silver gilded, silver coated though. Nothing special. I don't know what it's off. But anyway, that is going to finish us off. We have the cracker marble. We have a couple of nice silver coins. And let's not be too greedy, shall we? And let's get back down here next time and do outside the fence line there, was what I was going to say there before. So that's what I really want to do. We will use the hand digger. I will contact the president of the club. I know him quite well. As I said, we've got permission to do his property where the race course is too. So I'll contact the president of the football club, cricket club here, and we'll get permission to jump inside the oval there. I have done it in the past before. We do have permission. Yeah, we've had permission in the past before, so I don't think it'll be a problem now. But we will not be using that TYGER shovel. We'll be using the little TYGER coin popper as to not make a mess. So that is the plan. We're going to get home now, as I said, and clean up everything we've got in the pouch. So we'll see you there, and we'll take you through a look at what we found today. Okay, so welcome back there, guys. We have you in the back room of the house now, in the sunroom. I'll really take you through everything that we found hunting today. I've just quickly cleaned it up and thrown it out on the board here, and we're going to run through it quickly together. So I've not put the trash out, unfortunately. We dug a lot of rubbish though. So anyway, first off, the 1948 full rue penny on the very left there. Moving forward, we have a 1907 seeded Britannia. I know that's very, very hard to make out. However, you can see the seed of Britannia there holding the staff up, and it's a 1907. So we nailed it. We got our early English coin, and another one too we'll go to in a second. Next up is the Commonwealth pennies, the full Com pennies, a 1935 there, and look, I think another 1935 beside him. Down below we have a 1915 1/2 penny, dating from the old pub's timeline site there. A few 2s and 1s found behind the hall and on the oval, and also the pub chess piece. What I'm referring to as a pub chess piece anyway. However, cleaning him up there, you can see a little bit's been snapped off the base. So I don't, look, I don't think he is a pub chess piece at all, I should say. However, that's what I'm going to call him, my little chess piece from the pub. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So next up, we have the bullets. We found a couple of different bullets there. You've seen one come out. We missed capturing on camera this little guy here, though. So awesome stuff. A couple of different caliber bullets there. And look, I am, I don't really know my guns that well or my bullets that well. It's something, we grew up using them as kids and shooting everything on the farm, just about everything, including each other. But look, I never really learnt too much about the guns, what caliber, size, or bullets, or what have you. So those two are a little bit of a mystery to me. However, I'm sure there's a couple of people watching. I probably ID them straight away, and they're very common bullets probably. So it just can't be ID'd by me. As I said, I never really learnt too much about the bullets or the guns. I just used them and shot stuff. That's a pretty good shot too. Anyway, next up, the 1934 sixpence. This guy coming out along the boundary line of the fence there. of the oval. And as I said, we're going to get back in the oval. I got a message there from the landowner. I shot through a call. He did not answer, and so I shot through a message after, just letting him know what I wanted to do. He said, "Mate, go for it, go for it." So I just got a message back just before saying, "You are most welcome." So next time we're down there, that's what we're doing. We're getting inside that oval. So the last coin that we're going to show, and I'm going to put him back down there again, is the 1897 beautiful English sixpence. Now I know he doesn't look all that pretty, however an early English or any early English coin to me is very special. So Queen Victoria on the back, I think that's veiled head Queen Victoria, what they call the veal head, not the young bun, basically the veal head, the later head there. So 1897, and what do we say? The pub was sort of founded and built 1890s and burnt down around 1915. So that coin there suits the timeline absolutely spot on, Basil. And there it is, pretty much when it burnt down, 1915. So what a bloody cracker! We nailed it. We nailed exactly what we wanted to do. So I said I wanted to find a couple of early English coins or something dating to that pub. And here is another find dating from the pub. I am certain that did not come later when the hall was put up in the 1950s. These are an early 1800s, sort of 1860s, 1870s, German handmade Bennington salt glazed marble. So, and they are just so bloody incredible. As you can see, rolling him around in my fingers, I absolutely love these guys. Quite a strong marble. They're not a glass marble, as I said. They're a salt glazed marble. And now what I'm going to do too, just quickly, I'm going to put him back there, and I'm going to take you into the lounge room now, just quickly, and I'm going to show you the rest of my marble collection, or not the rest of it, but the majority of the ones that I have out on display, which I thoroughly enjoy looking at. The rest of my collection is tucked away. However, we'll get to them very quickly, and I'll show you the rest of my Benningtons. So we'll see you there. Okay, so we've got you in the lounge room now. We are going to wrap this video up very quickly, but before we do, we are going to show, as I said, my little marble collection I've got here. Well, I say little, but look, I've got probably over 1,000 marbles. This is just what I have out on display in the lounge room, so something for me to enjoy as I make my way past, walking past here every day. I can enjoy seeing them. So very special pieces, a lot of special pieces in here. Let's mainly concentrate on, as I said, the marbles though. So this is not all of them. I probably have well over 1,000 marbles now. These are just what I've got out on display, as I said, for myself to enjoy, and other people too. So there is some quite collectible, valuable marbles in here too. I do generally keep this cabinet locked, keeping it away from little fingers who like to play with marbles and possibly lose them. I've got two sons, as many will know, and they love their marbles. However, they do not play with these guys. They play with different marbles altogether, ones that don't matter too much if they get lost or cracked or broken, what have you. So what we are here to see is the Benningtons. I was getting a little bit sidetracked there, looking at all the wonderful colours. What we are here to see is the old Benningtons though. And look, some are just huge. And there's those eyes, those spots that I was saying about. And the spots would have been where they were touching up against other marbles during the glazing process. So I kept saying a salt glazed marble there before. I don't know why. They're actually a clay glazed marble, so not glass, a clay glazed, and they would have been put through like a kiln, a fire during the firing process, and that's how they get all these little eyes basically on them from where they would have been touching. So in some very rare cases, you can even see, not on any that I've got that I can see, but on some that I've seen in the past, you know, reading through reference books, what have you, you can even see like little cross hatch, almost like they've been sitting on you know, your fly wire. They've got like a cross hatch pattern in them, and that's where they were sitting on the mesh tray during the firing process, and the little cross hatch has made its way into the marble. So very special pieces. The old crockery marble, that was a Japanese handmade marble, this guy. All these other ones that I've shown so far, the old Benningtons, they are all German handmade marbles. So the Germans were literally marble masters, or you know, masters at making marbles, I should say. And they developed about 1870s was when they developed the first pair of scissors that could cut through hot glass. and that is where the marble process really took off. And later in the 1900s, early 1900s, that's when you had a lot of your machine-made marbles, such as this, a lot more uniformly made, a perfectly round shape, as opposed to the old Benningtons there. They look like a bit of an egg, don't they? Very, very crude. And that's because they were all handmade on the end of a pontil. They're called a pontil marble, and basically on a stick, on a rod, the marble would be made and then broken off once it was rolled and finished. So this here, just quickly, we are here to look at the Benningtons. However, we cannot go past this one. So this was found in the goldfields. Believe it or not, I found 18 marbles digging a target, basically. It was a little thimble, a sewing thimble, and I dug down for the thimble only to find a few old clay marbles that would have come out of the ginger beer bottles, a few of these popping out in the hole. And I kept digging, I kept going, and bingo, we hit on a heap of wonderful old marbles. Just show you this guy here. This was one of them that come out, and you can see the little hand painted lines on there. It's very hard to see, I know, the lighting's not the best. You can see those little lines on there painted by the children, so just fascinating pieces. And this was one of those marbles, as I said, to come out with a few of the Benningtons, a few of the clays and what have you. And we've got a few others out too, which I'll show in a sec. This is called a German handmade triple core swirl, or a Letiziano, which is an Italian name, Letiziano core swirl. So very, very special marbles. Let's pull out a few more and then we're going to wrap this up. These are the other ones basically that we got out from the hole, same hole, however, as you can see, pretty worse for wear. So anyway guys, very, very cool. I bloody love my marbles, and I will be making a spot for that big blue one that we found there today to go in there with the Benningtons. So I'll just show quickly too, this is actually soundproofing material. This foam here that I've got them resting on, I thought for years, how could I display my marbles the best way possible? And I bought a heap of soundproofing foam, very cheap, and I lay them out on that. So for anybody out there looking to display their marbles, a great way to display them. Not only that, protect them from damaging each other. So anyway guys, I really, really hope you enjoyed. That is about it for us today. Be sure to hit that like, comment, subscribe button below. We are going to get back out hunting again very soon for future, and I hope to have you there. So cheers guys, happy hunting. We will see you next time. Okay, so what's up there guys, and welcome back to Dig It Detecting. Welcome to a nice early Sunday morning. The sun is nearly out too, which is okay, so what's up there guys, and welcome back to Dig It Detecting. Also a nice early morning too. As you can see, the sun is out. What to say? Oh dear, stuffing this one up. Righty-os. Okay, so we're over the fence now. We did a little bit more detecting, running up along the outside there, and then we decided to jump over. I've probably walked about 2 meters, and we've got a nice little target right there. It's a bit of a sketchy one, or not a sketchy one. It was coming through a little bit sketchy. Once you sort of focus on him a little bit though, you can hear there's a lot of other signals there. Once you sort of really fix on him though, he comes through quite clear. But as I said, there is a lot of other stuff going on there as well. Oh, we might have another one there too. Let's have a look what this guy is. Probably another 1 cent coin. He's probably a little 1 cent coin spill. So it's hopefully it's not though. Hopefully It is too. It is too. I seen something sitting there. And there we go. Here's a 1 cent coin spill. That makes 2 cents. We are getting rich today, aren't we? Awesome. So 2 1 cent coins to start us off. I'm certain though, we're going to do a lot better here today than just that. And in the afternoon, I may even venture back over to where the old football club rooms are. Listen to those noisy cockatoos. There they go, straight overhead. Anyway, let's keep digging. So what is a 37, a 38, 36, 30... Look at that one, 38, 37, 36 on the Equinox there. I'll tell you what, I've had a few high targets like that in the past, but you don't generally get them singing up that high. Generally, you know, 36, 37, 38, geez, Gothic Florin, around 50 cent coin. A 44 gallon barrel bung, although they generally come up around 39, solid 39. Let's dig him. That's a pretty exciting target, isn't it? Let's have a look what he's got. What's going to come out here? It's not going to be a can, certainly not at that target ID. Oh, I dug a pretty neat plug for that one, didn't I? And what have we got here? Something exciting. Oh, there we go. It's a bloody aerosol can. It's not a Coke can, but it is an aerosol can, an aluminium aerosol can, straight out the back of the hall here. Oh, that mud stinks too. It must be all the cow poo. The cows have been in here for quite a while now, eating that grass away. Actually, in fact, I think they're the exact same cows as what was in here, 6 months ago. And I tell you what, they're definitely in a good paddock, aren't they? They're growing. Okay, so I reckon we have our first silver coin here. He's just ringing up quite nice. A bit of a deep target. Turn that way, he's gone. There's a big chunk of rust in there as well, I think. Let's turn back that way where he sounds clear. Let's try and get a fix on him. Remember, the pinpointer can tell a big, you know, help tell the story. That's going to be rust. Rightio. Oh, 21, 22. What are you doing? That's all right. That's okay, matey. Rightio, so funnily enough, oh my holy shizzers. Rightio, so we're up in the football club room paddock now, at a little silver site, a little silver mine I should call it. Rightio, so we've stopped and had a quick bite to eat, and then we've ventured off over into the rightio, so here we target number 2, right up against the fence line. He was a 15 and a 16, this guy. Every chance of him being a pull tab. I was going to say a little wheat thrippins, which we've found quite a few here at this site in the past. So it pays to dig those lower numbers. You generally see me dig from 18 through to 40. However, at sites like these, I will definitely be digging the 15s and the 16s, and I've dug quite a few out today. So chasing the gold sovereign in the paddock, in the pub paddock, it's got the right timeline for it. And now in the football club room paddock here, we are going to be using, hitting on the 15s, 16s, trying to dig out those wheat thrippinses, the later made thrippinses with the lower silver content. Still a silver though, aren't they? Okay, so I think we've found our very last target, guys. We've been going pretty unproductively for the last probably half hour, 40 minutes We snagged little sixpence up along the fence line to begin with. We kept working up along the fence line. I've got to get my hand down on the ground, not up in the air. Working along the fence line there, and we found really not much else at all. We've just sort of been doing a little bit of zigzagging up until this target here. So as I said, last one that we're digging, and then we are going to get out of here. I'm thinking that's going to be a sixpence. He's sort of ringing up a 19, 20, 21, a bit of a shape. Rightos. Okay, so we are still going, still plodding along there. It's been about 40 odd minutes, and to be honest, we have not dug that much cool stuff. That's why I have not put the camera on. So a lot of pull tabs coming out, 15, 16, trying to chase those lower content silver coins, the little threepences there. So we worked all the way around the outside of the oval. We jumped over to the pile of foundation concrete over there. We then jumped over to the football club rooms there, and we worked out the front, up and back, past the water trough, only to find this target over here. So where has he gone? I've lost him. Okay, so there it is, our very last target, a 25, 29. Oh hell, he's jumping around quite a way. Might be a bit of rust in that hole there too, so that's okay. As I said, last target, we sort of found our first sixpence up along the fence line there. We continued on along the fence line. We jumped over to the pile of foundations. We then made our way back to the football club, what I suspect is the old football club room foundations. The pile of rocks and concrete over there is just that. It's just a pile, so it would have come a lot later. So then we walked and zigzagged our way up past this water trough, as I said, up until our next target right here. So this is going to finish us off. Let's hope it is there's another silver coin. You can see he's got a bit of a fixating on something right there. So something I just noticed too, I'll just say really quickly, see that? We've got another concrete foundation right there. So something may have, like this could have been the toilet block here. Like I've always sort of wondered, why is there so many coins around the water trough there? So that water trough would never have originally been there, obviously. It's probably come a lot later after the football club rooms got moved to the other side of the oval over there. And look, the water trough probably got put on and repurposed on top of the old concrete foundations that may have been the old toilet block. So, because that up there was the old foundations for the club rooms that I know of. So, as I said, that could have been, we could be on the top of the toilets right now. Let's have a look. Where did he go? There he is. I was going to say, I didn't think I put the shovel in where the target was. I marked him with my boot. So let's, fingers crossed, let's hope this is our silver coin, another silver coin that we're after. I know I'm being greedy. I've got, 2 or 3 already. But let's hope it's one more silver coin for the football club room paddock. I'll try and name all my sites, just so I can remember them. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Where is he? We're being tricked, I think. We might be hitting on or chasing after a bit of rubbish here for our last target. Wouldn't that be a shame? I always like to finish on a high, finish on a good note. Okay, we got something there. Okay, let's go after him. Might still be in the run for a silver coin here, although he's leading us off in the hole a bit. Generally, when you get led off any which direction in your hole, it generally means you're chasing rust. Oh dear, there he is. What is it? Did we get him out with that scoop? No, we didn't. Right, we are going off more, I think. I think we're going to be after some rust here, which is a real shame. I said I like to try and finish on a strong note when I can. I probably should have finished on that marble, shouldn't I? And now we're just going to be digging rust. Look at that. A big old staple or a bent nail. There we go. That is our last target. We were tricked by rust. That is okay. As I said, we can't be too greedy. We had a phenomenal run of coins here last week. 16 silver coins are coming out from this very paddock. Most of them around the trough and then the football club rooms. So an epic day hunting. Anyway, that's about it. As I said, we will see you at home, clean up everything we've got and give you a look at what come out today. Okay, so that is about it for us today there, guys. We basically got all the finds. Okay, so that is about it for us today, guys. We have you at home. Okay, so that is about it for us today there, guys. We've basically got you at home, and the few finds that we found today hunting laid out on the table, ready to go through and give you a look. So we did not have the most productive day, you know, considering some of the other days we spent hunting down there. We've come home with dozens of coins. It's not about that though for me. It's about having and enjoying, you know, having... Okay, so we've got you